Fresh out the toaster. Left back on the butter and I put it in the toaster. Toaster. Episode 2, fresh out the toaster. Welcome guys to Fresh Out the Toaster. I'm your boy Ruben and this is
Your boy, Zoan.
And guess what the topic is today?
Today, the topic is...
Hold on, let me just... Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la. Dun, dun. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. It's trolls, guys.
Yes, if you really didn't understand what he was doing, then that's poor on you. We're talking about trolls today, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fresh Out the Toaster, where we bring you the half-baked, hot takes. Okay. Now listen, give them a rundown of what, like, you know what I'm saying, what's coming for the podcast. Like, yeah.
Alright, cool. So today we're gonna be covering trolls, as always. You know, everyone knows them, everyone hates them, but we're gonna be, you know, just diving in a little bit more, trying to see what goes on behind their heads, you know, because everyone matters. So, Gabriel, please, if you could pull up the street interviews, that'd be really helpful.
Yes, please.
Welcome to Fresh Out Toaster. This week's topic is trolls. We're out here in beautiful Liverpool Street in the beautiful afternoon sun of an early December. Let's get it. Talking about trolls. Why people like trolls, if they've been trolled. Woo! Whoa. What do you like on toast?
Oh, Marmite and cheese.
Dead.
Peanut butter and jam. Disgusting.
Nutella. Would I like peanut butter and jam?
Peanut butter and banana.
Like on toast.
Avocado.
Yeah, tomato, yeah.
Tomato on toast?
Yeah.
Pizza toast.
What's pizza toast?
The same as her.
Oh, pizza. Oh, okay. I was like, what?
A lot. I guess just different cheese.
To be honest, there was a lot of jam and peanut butter.
Cinnamon.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mustard.
Mustard.
Mustard on toast.
What do you think of trolls?
Trolls.
Do you think the government has a place in policing online behaviour?
Of course, yeah. Of course.
To what extreme?
Well, technically, trolling can cause quite significant harm. So I think just as serious as an assault, I suppose. You know, people assault each other online, people abuse each other online. So I think it should carry definitely some responsibility with the government, definitely.
We're out here with
K.
V.
K and V. I'm going to ask K and V. What do you think of internet trolls?
Shall I start again? Okay. What do I think of them? Obviously, I don't think much of them. I think people should be able to post what they want on social media without other people harassing them. I haven't dealt with any trolls personally, so I don't really have any experience in that, but I know it is a problem. I know celebrities a lot of the time get trolled posting on social media. I know people like Bobby from The Only Way Is Essex has started up like a campaign about, like, he went to Houses of Parliament to try and get it passed as like a legal bill that it's illegal to troll people online.
Do you think the government has a place in regulating behaviour online?
It absolutely does. Like, I think there's so much like homophobia, racism, like especially on Twitter, like people can say whatever they want and they don't really have any regulations about, like, they suspend people's accounts for like a week or something like that.
Yeah.
And they're allowed back on the site and they can continue
She actually
posting
knows
what they
a lot.
like.
Or they
But
suspend it for like stupid reasons, and like the actual serious reason they're doing nothing about it.
yeah, there's just like if a girl posts in a t-shirt,
Yeah,
you can see her nipples
like
through it.
nudity, yeah.
Nudity. But
Yeah.
if someone's being like hella racist or sexist
It will be
online,
fine,
it's
it won't
like
be
it's
taken
free
down.
speech.
Exactly.
It's free speech.
Have you ever trolled online?
I have never. I don't agree with any of that.
Never.
Can you not see any reason to troll online?
I can see if you disagree with if someone posts something that you don't agree with or you don't like what they're posting, but then don't follow them or don't look at their posts and keep it moving. Like, everyone has a right to post what they want to post if it's not like hurting anyone else.
What do you think of trolling right-wing figures like Trump or Nigel Farage?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Oh, you got me there. Yeah.
Do you think it's fair in such a scenario?
I actually think it's okay, but people like Donald Trump who put themselves in the positions to be hated in this day and age, like he's a xenophobic man, he is a misogynist, it's not like up for debate. He has proved that that's what he is, and in this day and age people do have the right to be against that, but trolling him and saying like death threats or like wishing awful things on his family and stuff, I don't agree with. But I definitely don't agree with anything that either of those have ever said.
Do you think trolling's getting worse online?
I think we have a lot of freedom online. I don't know if it's getting worse than it has been like in the recent years.
I wouldn't say it's getting worse. I think people are vocalising it more. I think that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, and I think there's more of an excuse of free speech now. People say whatever they want, and they're like, I can say whatever I like. Like it's free speech. People don't understand like free speech and hate speech are two completely different things.
We're out here with
Diane.
Nice to meet you, Diane. Again, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Have you ever trolled someone online?
Me? No. Of course.
Have you ever been trolled online?
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
Would you want to get into it?
Well, I think it's fairly frequent. I mean, if you are at all active on social media or the internet, I think it's fairly frequent that people will have bad faith arguments with you and sometimes have personal attacks and that kind of thing. So,
what platform was this on?
Twitter is a big one, but I ran a website that, just occasionally you would get a bad person on there.
So you've been on the internet for time. Do you think it's getting worse online?
I think it's getting worse. I think things like Twitter have really changed the tenor of conversation, for sure.
Do you think the government has a place in policing behaviour online?
I think if laws are being broken, whether it's online or in the real world, I think the government has a place in having legislation around that, for sure, yeah.
Do you think prison sentences for trolling make sense?
If you're just talking, it depends.
It's quite broad, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you mean by trolling. I think if, there is stalking and harassment online, there are death threats online, I think all of that should be treated with seriousness because that spills over into the real world as well. So I would say yes to that, but depends how you define trolling.
How would you define trolling?
Well, sometimes trolling is just somebody who is constantly critiquing you for things that they think you said that you didn't actually say. That obviously, I don't think there's any kind of legal repercussions to that. A lot of trolls are just trying to get a rise out of people. So to me, that's sort of the benign trolling. But then you get into harassment and all of those other things. I think that's where the line is, where, there needs to be actual, I think real world laws actually deal with that already, but they need to be better enforced. I know it's hard online because you don't know where people are, but yeah.
If you had one message to every single troll watching, what would you say?
Remember that there are human beings on the other side of your trolling, and don't say to somebody, from your keyboard what you wouldn't say to them in person.
First off, have you ever trolled someone online?
I wouldn't say so, no.
Have you been trolled online?
I tend to stay away from it, but I know a lot of people that have, yeah.
You're not active online?
I am, but I tend to stay out of the, I don't know. I seem to, evade trolls quite well, weirdly, but yeah.
What are your tips to evading trolls?
I'd say don't get into the spaces that you feel out of, in a way. If you don't know about a topic, don't speak on it. As in, if you don't have context, don't speak on it, basically, in my opinion.
The UK government's recently put in some new legislation making a punishable offence to troll online. Do you agree, disagree?
I mean, I completely disagree. I think freedom of speech is a very important thing, and trolling is a way of, I don't know, people sort of letting off steam. I think on bigger scales maybe, but I don't think it should be punishable at all.
You don't think the government has sort of a stake in controlling behaviour online?
I don't think so, no. I think online, with how it's going, I think it is better if it is decentralised and sort of the decentralisation of the whole web and Web 2.0 and everything. So I think that would be a better way of sort of dealing with it, is decentralising it all, basically.
What's Web 2.0?
I mean, I heard a couple of things, but I know that it's sort of another thing based on sort of blockchains. I'm not going to speak on it because I personally don't know, but I've heard a lot of, I don't know, mixed things, but mostly good, purely for sort of everyday people.
Can you think of one platform in particular where trolls are particularly malicious?
Oh, I'd say Twitter. Twitter's relentless.
Are you on Twitter?
No.
Me neither. Sweet. We're out here with a group of lovely people. Where are you guys from?
Denmark.
Guys are from Denmark. First question. Have you guys ever trolled online?
Troll somebody?
No.
I never trolled somebody, but I said that it spelled the word wrong, and it came like a big discussion that ended with she blocking me.
You think people are too sensitive online?
It's difficult to know what the intention is behind, right? So it's maybe you're trying to be polite and correct someone, but they don't get it like that. Or so it's difficult.
Have any of you ever been trolled?
Yes, actually. I was actually cyberbullied.
By a stranger?
No, by my friends.
Do you think it's quite common for people to troll and like cyberbully their friends?
Yeah, I know it's very common, especially like when you are 13. Yeah. That's when it starts.
So. Is it bad in Denmark?
I wouldn't say it's because it's a new thing, right? It's a upcoming thing like the social media, and we haven't like the ground rules yet. We haven't made the ground rules yet because we don't understand it enough yet, I think.
Do you think the government has a place in setting those ground rules and setting laws to control how people talk online?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, definitely. The Danish government have really worked hard about it.
Yeah, like teaching in school about the subject. And,
So you're taught quite early on like how to behave online.
Yeah, we're taught how to text probably to each other and don't say mean things about each other online.
Yeah.
We are taught that.
Even in kindergarten, we talk about the internet.
Yeah.
Does it feel like the internet's getting worse? Is it getting better?
It depends on how you use it.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a real answer for if it's getting worse or better, but people are definitely getting more aware of the situation, I would say. But I don't know. That's a maybe.
Do you think there's ever a case where trolls deserve to go to prison?
Not prison.
I mean,
maybe like
if you send people's nudes, it is illegal. But
It's a crime.
It's a crime.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's trolling, but that's a crime.
Yeah, I think so too. I think there should be a responsibility. I know it's difficult because it's online. It's easier to hide, but I think we should become better at catching or stopping online trolling.
There should always be some kind of responsibility.
Yeah.
Consequence. Yeah, some kind of consequences.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's very clear that from watching that interview, there's actually like trolling isn't something that's not really like spoken about or no one has little knowledge on. It's clear that everyone does actually have like their own opinions around the idea of trolling.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, it's to be expected, you know.
100%.
Words, man. The age of the internet and everything, like you're bound to find people that are just awful and saying whatever for the sake of whatever, you know. And like, Twitter is hell. We've seen it. So is Reddit, you know. But I think an interesting point was made, you know, like about free speech versus hate speech. Yeah, that was quite interesting. Like in terms of the internet, like if like accounting is real and everything, like I don't know. Yeah, it's such a like slippery slope because whenever someone says anything awful, and then I hop on the Instagram comments just trying to see if people agree that is horrible, they'd be like, "Oh, free speech is okay." Yeah, like free speech is evident, sure, but like there's also, just because you can say something doesn't mean that
you should say it.
Yeah. Even then, it shouldn't mean that you're free from the consequences either. Yeah, bar. That's a bar.
That's what?
That's a bar.
Fam, that complete. Where was the bar?
Nah, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequence. That's a bar.
I respect that. That is hard. That is hard.
That is hard.
That is hard. That is hard. That is hard. That is hard.
Thank you. So, what are trolls?
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Nah, you can go first, man.
I would say that. So, before we give our own personal opinions of what a troll is, okay, let's go with like what we. What is that?
Oh fuck! Yo,
what is that?
Yo, give me a bin. Oh fuck, that's disgusting.
What was that?
Ugh, it's Marmite.
Should I try it?
No, don't try it. Fuck, no, man.
Nah, I can't lie to you. I'm not gonna do that to myself. I'm not. Do you want it back?
I'm
not gonna do that to myself. But calm. So look, what a troll in internet slang, a troll is a person who posts inflammatory, insincere, disgressive, or off-topic messages in online communities. So basically, they don't really respond. You're really suffering right now, isn't it? Do you need like some water or something?
It's all on my lips and everything.
Listen, for the rest of this episode, you are not going to be the same.
Oh
boy.
my god!
But more or less, what that definition basically says is that trolling is just you're just taking the piss out of whatever you're talking about for fun and for a reaction. And that's what I was actually going to say for like my definition. I feel like trolling is you're trying to provoke a response from whoever's post you're commenting on or whatever it's about. You want them to get triggered. You want them to get pissed. And then you want to feel some sort of like accomplishment in terms of what you achieve by what you're doing. That's what I feel like a troll is.
I mean, that's kind of sad when you think about it, you know.
No, 100% is.
Like, is that really the lengths you have to go to in order to like get pleasure and joy in your life? To
listen, some people they live and breathe the internet. You feel me? So trolling to them is genuinely just they wake up for that buzz of trolling. They wake up for that buzz that they will get from someone. Be like, from basically starting an argument in the comment sections. Like even today, I was on on Instagram. And then people say the most. Do you know what? I've actually come to realize that to be a troll, you actually have to be very creative.
Yeah.
I feel like it is low-key like an underrated talent. Well, it's not a talent. It's not a talent, but it is an underrated skill that you do low-key have to think of something so stupid. But
give me an example.
Listen, okay, you really put me on the spot right here. But wait, what was it?
Yeah, the Instagram thing.
No, I don't want to say. I can't remember the Instagram one in it. But have I ever trolled? No, I haven't trolled, but I've read comments. So I guess somewhat, I can say like I've been like involved in like.
You know what? I don't think I've trolled online, but I think I've trolled in person.
Okay.
My girlfriend can testament to that. Like she likes to call me irritating on a daily basis because of it. But I think in that sense, it's more like a shared joke. We both know what's going on and we're both messing around with it. And we just get to the point where we can say who says the most outlandish like thing ever, you know. But with trolling, it's like only one person's in on the joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
And even though it can be funny as hell when it's creative, like you still wondering like, fam, this is a bit peak for you, you know?
Wait, peak for who? The person who's being trolled or the person who's doing the
for
trolling?
both. I mean, like the fact that you have to piss someone off on the internet, no less, just to feel happy. But as well, for the person that they're getting so vexed.
Nah,
you know? Like I saw this story on Reddit, right, about this one guy who's trolling someone. It was in Australia. He got him so vexed to the point. He was like, "Yo, meet me outside to fight."
Yeah, so, no, but that's not even something new. That's like all the time now.
10 p.m.
Yeah,
man stepped out or message him, say, "Where are you? Where are you?" While the other guys on the other side of the planet.
But that just goes to show you like the extent of which people actually take being trolled or trolling. Like you're getting someone so vexed to the point where they're stepping out at late hours in the evening to try to actually square up with you.
For real, like. I think in that sense it's a talent because it's actually amazing the things you can do with that and how well you can play people.
Yeah.
And if it's like a joke, I can see the point, but when it becomes a bit more serious, like when it's cyberbullying or anything, or like you're just saying like you're spewing hate speech or stuff, like that's where my issues with trolling start to come in. You know.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I fully agree with you. I fully agree with you.
Oh, so stealth trolling is this new topic. Can we see more? I have
no idea what stealth trolling is. Nah.
An established trend among Reddit.
What's that you kept going back and you kept saying this and you're like ring it like a frog.
It's the one my fucked me up among Reddit users. Reddit. You know what? Let me coin that new Reddit. Yeah, Reddit users to hijack or preemptively create pernicious, which means biased, subreddits and turn them benign as comedic as possible.
See, look, there's a whole lot of like, what does that mean? Why is this the vocabulary so advanced? For what reason? Like, it's not.
So basically, they stealth bomb. I think what it means is like they'll stealth on these like hate subreddits. So like, here's an example. I'm
still on the whole Reddit.
You know what?
You were enjoying it.
You know, let's make that a thing. Yeah, I like that. r/white politics is originally a subreddit discussing alt-right and segregation ideals. Ooh.
Okay.
It has been taken over and turned into a havens of color discussion. Example, an article on laundry sorting or paint colors. So yeah, it's just more so like taking back. Are you still on Reddit?
No, keep going.
You know what? You know,
I'm okay.
Take your time. Take your time.
I need a little bit of a toast break. You feel me? Yeah. This is how toast should be done. Normal butter.
La Pack butter. Sponsor us, please.
Mm-hmm.
Please sponsor us.
Sponsored.
But yeah, where was I going with this? Yeah, so it's like taking back these like really negative. Are you still on it?
If you hear me laugh, just continue. Go ahead, I'm listening. But
it's like taking it back, isn't it? Like
yeah, go
this
on,
is what I have to deal with, but yeah, flipping trolling for the good.
Yeah.
So that one, I mess with that a lot. That's cool and everything. Like, best paint color for a quick home sale, white. Nah, that's kind of funny. I can't lie. Well, like even there's another example as well. This black couple, they were trying to sell their home in America.
Yeah.
And what they did was they had their white friend pose as the homeowner, and their sales went up like hella quick, you know. But if they just put, and they knew that it would happen because that's how the homeowners association is in America and everything. Like selling your house over there, if you're an ethnic minority, it's tough, you know.
Yeah. And
that's just like on racism over there, you know. So in order for them to like troll the system in that way and get their bread, I respect that. So like that, I'd say like that is a form of stealth trolling, where you're just manipulating like an already really messed up situation
for the great good, sort of thing. Cool.
So I like that, to be honest.
Yeah, no.
And it's funny as hell because like best paint color for a quick home sale, white.
White.
That's jokes.
Yeah.
What we got?
So now the session is time to be a troll. We'll feed you examples of things you can react to, but now the both of you aren't doing ruin your trolls.
Cool. Cool.
Make the best troll line with the upcoming 3 pieces of material. But first, what is your troll username?
My troll username is definitely not a troll. Yeah, that's my. That's how you make yours reggae. Yeah, I think you should run with reggae.
Reggae user, yeah. Alright. Sorry if we've been too dumb to respond to you. Please cite evidence of exceptional ability in a few bullet points. Nothing else matters. By Elon Musk on Twitter. What does that mean?
So if you were to comment on this thread on Elon Musk's account, what would you comment that would be a troll comment?
Ratio. I'm simply just gonna go with ratio. Simple as. That's mine. Wait, were we supposed to say it straight away? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, then mine's ratio. No pressure.
Nah, there is pressure. You just said ratio. What can I say to that? Ratio is the perfect thing to say if you're trolling.
100%.
Honestly, like you can get so much.
What? Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Wait, when did this happen? For real? I thought that was... What's the other guy called? Him. Damn. The more you know.
You know what?
No
can you really chat about being too dumb? What's his son's name again? Can you pronounce it properly?
What? I don't think he understands what he's doing to his child, because when it comes to like your name being read and like the nursery reading list.
Imagine teachers are like XA. Just call me Kyle.
Oh,
like,
for real. For real. But yeah, no, listen, right now you're diverting from the challenge.
Oh, I'm diverting because I don't know what to say. You beat me. You said ratio.
What? So you want to give me the win for this one?
I'll give you the win for that.
Honestly,
that's yours.
Fizz.
And this was an example to like history.
Example, I cancelled a print job in Windows XP.
Second one.
Don't kiss strangers at Christmas, says the UK government. but he's out here lipsing people. Okay. I went first for the last one, so you go first for this one.
Don't kiss strangers at Christmas, says the UK government. Why is it so hard to troll?
Because we're not in the mind. We don't do this. Like, this isn't us.
So
like, we don't wake
troll?
up and troll people.
I don't even like to comment on stuff
That's
because
what
I
I'm
just feel like,
saying.
what's the point, you know? But
So this ain't made for us, but we're
Don't-
doing it by force.
yeah, by force, because that's the job. Oh. Okay. I'm in my room. I have a bunch of wet tissues for some reason.
I would say, but didn't you rugby tackle a little girl? As my response, because there's an actual video of him rugby tackling the little girl. No, hell no. Why would you, if there's the COVID guidelines are in action, why is he out here just randomly rugby tackling girls? That's what I'm saying. He probably does it for fun, and he dresses up and just out here rugby tackling little girls. But yeah, no, that's mine. Listen, Ruben, what's happening, man?
I'm not a troll. I'm not a troll like
You
that.
have to say, neither am I, but you have to say something. I let you off for the first one. The second one, you have to say something. And for the third one, you're going first.
I'm not going first. For the
You
third
have
one.
to go
I'm not
first.
doing that. Don't kiss strangers at Christmas, says the UK government. I probably look so boring to the viewers right now. You know that, right? That's actually sad.
No comment. No comment.
I do.
No comment.
I do look boring as fuck. Aaron's over there sleeping.
Anyone else got one? Anyone else got a clown on Boris Johnson?
I don't know. He hasn't kissed his barber, definitely.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Okay, yeah, cool. I trolled.
I'm gonna give Ruben a point for that.
What are you in the 1% of? See, that's what I'm saying. I don't what. I mean, it got 51k upvote, so obviously it was good. But to me, I'm a little bit baffed, personally. But yeah.
What do you top out? Your special ability at 1%.
A special ability at 1%.
Listen, this is actually so hard. This is actually so hard. Wait, is this the next troll one that we need to come up with something? I thought this was a response to his. Oh my god! Listen, my brain is so slow. But calm, yeah.
Imagine the person asking this question on Reddit. He's like probably like a banker, and he wants to like know what he believes everyone is good at something.
Okay.
He's a really serious question for him.
His username is I love small bread.
Exactly.
What are you the one? I said you're going first this time, so this is all you.
I love small breasts. No. I'm just reading his username.
Take your time.
I think we're all in the 1% of toasty years.
I actually was thinking about toast or something.
You know, I think I'm definitely in the 1% of people who ate Marmite this year. That's the 1%. This is so hard. Pause.
I would say I'm in the 1% of. Listen, my brain's drawing blanks. I ain't got nothing. But that's so dead. Like, there's nothing exciting about that. That's so basic. Like,
you know, can we see some trolling examples for
that's
this?
what I'm saying.
Please.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
To glamify. What's it called when you glamify people, innit? That
I can't lie. The Facebook guy, Is it just? I don't think he looks like a real human.
Nah,
being.
he doesn't.
He's lifeless behind the eyes. You
Can't
know
lie.
what? You know Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah.
He looks like
Low key.
He does, doesn't
Low
he?
key. But I'm gonna keep it so real. Yeah. You see the Rock.
Yeah.
And the way he's been yassified. I think it's actually healthy. I think that's a healthy yassification. If I do say so myself, I'm gonna keep it so real. I don't business.
I don't know. Look, the yassification of the Rock. Like, how is that version's jawline stronger than the regular Rock's though? Pay attention to it.
I tell me that what if you was walking down the street and you saw the what's called the yassification of the Rock, that image right there, you wouldn't be like,
Well, go on, fam. That's what I'm probably saying.
Do you see yassification as a form of trolling?
No, I think it's just fun.
Yeah,
to be honest.
for real. There's I think. Yeah, it's like all in good fun type thing. No one's really getting hurt by it with that.
Because there's like Snapchat filters where you can actually like turn yourself into the opposite sex.
Yeah.
And that's not really seen as troll. It's a filter in an actual app.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So,
I
question. If you got yassified right now,
yeah,
would you think yassified you would be paying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah. Do you think your one would be paying?
You know, my afro be might as fuck. So yeah, no, definitely.
That's what I'm saying. Nah, never.
I don't use Snap like that. So
that's what I'm saying. Snap's just. Yours was what?
You know what? Let's yassify ourselves on Snap and see what's up.
Come on, say this.
Yeah.
Say this.
Yeah, let's do that.
Nah, but it depends on if the filter's on, innit? Because they cycle through it. So it might be there, it might not. Yeah, you can check right now. Nah, then that's warnings. That's warnings.
This is how you know I don't use Snap. I'm here trying to find filters and I recorded myself.
Yeah, there you go. That's the Ghostbuster. Nah.
No, that's not even. It's on the bread. It's not even on myself. What's this?
Maybe try Instagram.
You can yassify your answer.
Yeah, I can yassify you both.
That's fun. You look like a Pixar character.
I do.
Yeah.
Save that, please.
Oh, crap. Hold on.
Ruben just looks smooth.
For real,
Wait, let me try. What the heck is that? Wait, where is it?
Why is your face top heavy, man?
Where is it? Is it this one? No, it's not.
Nah.
Bro, where did you find it?
I don't know.
Listen, we'll get to that later.
We'll figure it out.
Now it's discussion time.
Ooh. Argument that trolling is just free speech and shouldn't be punishable. You see, now that's an interesting thing, you know, because there's been examples where people have been punished by the law for trolling. Like, for example, a 24-year-old man, he was trolled by threatening a school in America, even though he was in the UK at the time. He's like telling them that he's going to do a school shooting and everything under the page of like a 16-year-old girl who just died.
That's not even trolling though. That's straight up you're making a threat. So that makes sense as to why he was punished, innit?
But technically though, like how is he making it? He's not really a threat if he's all the way in the other side of the world, innit?
Nah, but I understand that, but it's still the action that he's putting forward in his tweet. You feel me? So it's clear that he is actually like he's saying that he wants to do.
But he can't though. That's the thing. Like if he can't do anything about it, then technically it is like as messed up as it is, it's a prank. You know, he can't do shit about it. So in a form that is trolling, yeah, but that's threatening. That's a potential threat. I don't know. It's such a tricky situation, you know.
Yeah.
To decide that.
Nah, it is. Me personally, I understand why that's punishable because I understand the point that you're saying that he's not even in the country, so it shouldn't really like have any like weight to it. But to me, the whole thing is the action that he's talking about, like going to a school and reenacting like school shooting, all of that stuff. That is what he's talking about, and that's why I can understand as to why he was punished for it, because it's the action that he's talking about. It doesn't matter where he is; it's still what he's talking about doing. So, yeah,
true.
Yeah,
but then again, you have to like wonder as well, like, even though technically like it wasn't gonna happen, and even if it is a threat on people's lives and everything,
yeah.
If we start policing online speech, could that potentially mean something negative for the future in terms of like we can't really say we don't have free speech?
No, because the whole reason as to why like this whole idea of like policing what people say online is to get rid of all of like the racism, extreme death threats, is all of that stuff that people could quote unquote say is trolling, but it's not trolling. You're actually being distasteful in the things that in which you're saying and bring to like the people that you're trying to quote unquote troll and whatnot, and it's genuinely having like an effect on their lives, their mental and whatnot. So in terms of like policing it, all they'll be doing is preventing all of that stuff happening. But then all of like the, I guess, light-hearted, jokey ideas of trolling, that is something that would be allowed to run, and they wouldn't need to police. You feel me? So I feel like there's two different criterias where one would need to be patterned, but then the other one is allowed because it's nothing serious. Yeah, that's my viewpoints. That's my opinion.
No, I mean I get that a lot. You know, like for me, I definitely think it should be policed in that sense because people get away with too much.
Yeah.
You know, and like what's crazy to me is like a lot of like of these platforms online where people are able to speak, like they'll be punished for something like nudity, but if they're like going around saying the N-word or anything, it's gone.
That's what I'm saying,
and that's like really messed up to me. You know, because this stuff can actually have real world impact on people's lives. You know,
exactly.
Like thankfully, nothing actually happened in terms of people being injured when it came to this guy making the school shooting threats.
Yeah.
But there's been cases of people like nearly committing suicide.
Yeah.
You know, or actually going through with it, sadly.
Yeah.
You know, or like people being victims of racial abuse.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's such a horrible thing, and I think in that sense it should be as policed as it would be in real life.
Yeah,
because you can't like if you walk down the street right now and someone's like, oh, someone's yelling the N-word, they're gonna be in trouble, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but just because it's online doesn't change anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's because like the internet's such a relatively new thing in the grand scheme of things. I think that's why it's only being talked about now.
Yeah.
Because before, back in the day when people would be like making racist vines, everyone was like, haha, funny, like not really considering the true impact of these things and what they would be doing to people's mentality and how they develop.
Yeah.
I think now that people are like starting to be a bit more, like, no, a little less lenient, if anything.
Okay, wait. Then I have a question for you now. Yeah. Do you think that because, so in terms of like the comedy that we could get away with back in the day, like playing on stereotypes, like somewhat extremely, do you think that nowadays our society has become more sensitive to those type of jokes or just jokes in general?
You know what? It's a difficult thing to say.
Okay.
Because like, for example, if I look up on King Batch vines, like when I was younger, I used to laugh because I didn't know anybody. You know?
Yeah, and you just found it funny.
I just found it funny.
Yeah.
But then I remember one time I showed a video to my mom, and she asked me this question. She was like, "Why is it funny?"
Yeah.
And that changed my perception of things, because it was a joke making fun of black women, and of course, because I'm young, I'm not thinking that. I'm just thinking, "Oh, this guy's wearing a wig is funny, ha ha ha." But then when mom asked me to deep it real quick and consider why I found it funny, like the mocking of my peoples.
Yeah.
That's when I truly started wondering, like, oh, maybe these things aren't so bad. You know, I think there's a line between humor and just disrespect.
Yeah.
And people don't know that. So like when now you see someone uploading like an old clip of offensive humor, and then everyone in the comments like, people are too sensitive, everyone's a snowflake, blah, blah, blah. It's like, nah, you might have missing the point, you know, because it's okay to make a joke and everything, but when you're just if you're just saying something racist for the sake of being racist and like labeling under comedy, I think that's just stupid. And no, I don't think
it's not even just stupid, it's arrogance.
Yeah, I don't even think people are too sensitive now. You know, like the guy who directed Joker, Todd Phillips, I think. Yeah, okay. He said he's not going to make any more comedy movies because people are too sensitive. I think that's the dumbest shit in my opinion, because Taika Waititi, he directed the film Jojo Rabbit, where he played Hitler, and like he was like Hitler's an imaginary friend. You know what I mean? And that film went on to win, like, it's like really critically acclaimed and everything. Yeah. So I'm thinking like, no,
it's just how you go about.
It's just just make a joke. Don't say some racist shit and be like, oh yeah, it's funny, let's laugh at everyone else. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's a really stupid concept to me. So then I think with trolling in that sense, people just like keep spamming the whole people are snowflakes thing without really regarding how sensitive the topic of race is. Because like more time as well, no racial or anything, because you know I love my white people, but a lot of the time they say like it is coming from those white alt-right trolls.
Yeah. So for example,
I'm not saying everyone is, but
remember,
like a lot of the time,
remember
it
the
comes from
recent thing that happened with so the penalty shootouts with London,
Mhm.
and then the only 3 players to miss were black people.
Yeah.
So then obviously, what was like what happened with that is that instantly online there was nothing but racial abuse, which they then tried to say was trolling
Exactly.
and whatnot. But then I remember there was one example of a man. He said his piece,
Mhm.
but then in terms of he was actually tracked not by the government, but it was more so by like the actual people. They actually tracked his actual like him as a person, found him on Facebook, baited him out, and then he actually lost his job. So I guess that in a sense it's not even a matter of like, that goes to show that when it comes to like extreme like trolling, quote unquote, we don't really need to leave it up to the government and whatnot. We ourselves can actually be in control and have some sort of effect in bringing on like exposing.
But I don't know, in that
people.
sense, like I think it's kind of messed up to me if it's up to the hands of the people to sort
No,
out rather than the
100%,
government.
100%,
Because like
100%.
by them not doing anything is like the idea that it's okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that I don't co-sign on that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like in a sense like it's kind of vigilante justice, and I'm not saying that thing it's wrong because these people are racist, and just to let it slide like that under the guise of trolling, that's the same way of saying it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, but I think they should, like, when it comes to that, it should be punished because
No, 100%.
yeah, if you can't say that in real life and you think the internet's a safe place where you can go about saying that stuff, it's wrong.
Yeah.
It is wrong, you know. And for people to like call it, like label like true feelings about a sensitivity or being snowflakes, I think that's wrong too.
Yeah.
You know.
So then what would you say is like the line between being a troll and a hardcore fan of whatever you're consuming?
I think it's cool to be passionate about things, you know. Like if it's about football and stuff like that and England just lost, you're gonna be upset. That's cool, I understand. But like if it's going to the level of like calling people monkeys, attacking black people, any other ethnic minority, just because 3 players who happen to be black missed, I'm sorry, like you're a troll. You're just a horrible person at that point. You know?
No, 100%.
Because like they take one thing and they just run with it, you know.
Yeah.
That's
and then
not
use it
fancy.
as an excuse to justify their behavior, sort of thing. So
or like one popular thing as well of people like debating if they're trolls or hardcore fans is SpiderMan fans.
Yeah.
Now me as a SpiderMan fan, I hate other SpiderMan fans because they're annoying.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like it's all. I remember some YouTuber said, no one hates Spider-Man more than Spider-Man fans, and that is the funniest truth I've ever heard.
But why though?
Because like just this toxic passion about him that becomes trolling, you know. Like the Spider-Man game in 2018 that came out. You played it?
No.
It's great.
But I know a lot about it. I watched the walkthrough. I just haven't played it myself.
Fam, it's cold.
Yeah.
But
no.
yeah, like this is how ridiculous it is. So the gaming company Insomniac, they wanted to add in this Raimi suit but as a surprise at the end of Christmas or something like that. Yeah. But the fans, they were clamoring for, we want the Raimi suit. And they got to the point like, would they be harassing them on the internet, you know, trolling them? Some people would be sending death threats.
It's never that serious.
It's a suit.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a free
never
suit.
That serious.
Are you mad?
It's never that. And they were gonna get it regardless.
They were gonna get it regardless.
That's poor.
They just didn't know because it was meant to be a surprise.
Yeah.
But you know how crazy that is.
Yeah.
To be like harassing people for a game you love, you claim to love, because you didn't get a suit.
Yeah.
Like it's this whole childishness aspect in that feeds into toxicity. I think that's what kind of insensitive. You know what?
Reggae.
That Marmite, yeah.
It's still playing on your mouth.
Nah, that my tongue is just doing bits.
No, listen. After you had that Marmite, you haven't been the same. You haven't been the same. That genuinely messed you up. Would you have some again?
No,
because I can see a piece right there.
No.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, back to that topic and stuff. I think with trolling, there has to be a line, you know, a line that you don't cross.
Yeah,
you can make jokes, that's okay. You can be passionate about something. You can get angry. You can just take the piss out of someone for the sake of taking the piss out of someone. But when it becomes cyberbullying or sending threats or just abuse in general, I think that's just wrong.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
If you won't do it in real life, what gives you the excuse to do it on the internet? You know.
I would say, I think a good example, like to like bring to life my idea of trolling would be, you saying Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If I was a watcher of the podcast, from now on, I would just say in the comments Reddit as a reference to you making that mistake. But then that's how I would troll.
Yeah.
So then I feel like I can't lie, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm claiming that from now. So I don't want to see no one else trying to say Reddit.
No one forget. But please comment Reddit. All right.
But yeah, no, that's how I see trolling. But then as you were saying, when it becomes extreme, that's it. It's no longer associated with trolling. It's genuinely a completely different language and a form of like online abuse and trying to justify them speaking in such a way. You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
All right. Yeah. Cool. Well, guys, that's been us. Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode.
Thank you so much.
So, key takeaway: don't have Marmite on toast. If you do, that's just kind of peak, isn't it? Yeah. Any last words?
If you do troll, make it lighthearted, make it sweet. You know what I'm saying? Make it funny.
Have fun.
Exactly.
Just don't be a horrible person.
100%. And if you are a horrible person, I will find you, and I will get you arrested by the government. Yeah. So remember that.
You know, or if you are a horrible person, have some Marmite.
Have some Marmite, indeed.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.